Hi everyone on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and football fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts about Week 9 in my picks for Week 10 on the special Monday edition of my NFL Pick Show. Check it out. Yes, I say it's a Monday edition, like a special Monday edition, because as of right now, the next few weeks, I'm going to be focusing on my finals for school, and I don't have any time to do my picks, so unfortunately, I gotta do it on a Monday because that's the only day I got available. So, in the meantime, before I get my brain focused on my studying, I'm gonna give you my picks. So, my thoughts about Week 9, kicking off the Thursday night for Indianapolis and the New York Jets. Well, everyone thought Zach Wilson was gonna be the guy on the bench, and the New York Jets thought they had their quarterback of the future of their next Joe Namath. Didn't turn out to be the case this time around, as the Colts beat the Colts beat the Jets, and they end up winning that game. And the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Well, Cincinnati, Joe Burrow looked disappointed, but I don't think it's all his fault. I think Cleveland's not really the best defense in the world, to say the least, I think. So that's the way I look at it for that point. But Baker Mayfield has played solid football yesterday against Cincinnati. You know, he played really well and everything else like that. And I think they're on the move to get that wild card spot. I'll get to the Patriots in a bit with that one. They're coming up. The Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Disappointment for Dak Prescott. He put up the best numbers yesterday. So I think he's still a little mind with the injury problem and stuff like that with the concussion. I think he had a concussion, but anyways, that being said, Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Well, the Dallas Cowboys came. Anyway, I already did that one from Dallas Cowboys and Denver Broncos. I just told you about Dak Prescott came with disappointment on that one. In the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans, this one, a low-scoring game. Looks like nobody team wanted to win that game. That's going to be much to tell you on that one. But Miami ended up covering the spread and covering everything I needed to. So, there's that. The New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Probably the shocker of this one with the Atlanta Falcons winning that game. So, anyways, that being said, I think New Orleans, they need to regroup, and maybe they need to focus on what they need to do against Tennessee. So that's what I feel about that one. The LA Rams and the New York Giants. The Rams came in and did what they needed to do against the New York Giants. And I believe Von Miller played, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, that being said, that defense did what they needed to do against the Giants, and they got the win. In my New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers, the Patriots did what they needed to do. And I do believe that was the thing they needed to do and everything. They just showed up when they needed to show up, and that was really good. They had a couple of mistakes here and there. Yeah. And I think Mac Jones with that dirty hit yesterday, which I forget who the linebacker was. I heard he won't be suspended on it. So it looked, again, Henson Reddick. So, for that being a tripping call or anything like that, I don't know. I don't think he meant to do it as a fan. Yeah, as a fan, I'm just saying. I don't think he meant to do it. I think it was an accidental thing. I don't think he meant to do that. But I'm not saying as a Patriots fan. I'm just saying as a fan in general. Well, I don't think he will be suspended. But somebody might. I'll get to that one in a bit. But I think that being said, the Patriots did what they needed to do to win. And they need to keep their playoff hopes alive coming up. So, will they do it against Cleveland? I don't know. We'll find out. The Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to say this right now, and I will. And I hate to do this, Bills fans, and I'm not doing it because I hate the team. I'm doing it as a fan. Don't get me wrong, but I see that team going right down the tubes in a heartbeat. Going 5-2, and you lost last two, including a bye week last week. Lost to Tennessee and lost to Jacksonville. And have a bye week in between that. It's not looking good for Buffalo right now. So, but that being said, looks like Josh Allen is losing his MVP chances. Maybe, but we'll find out. But we'll see how the weeks goes on with this one. But it was just a defensive game, and Jacksonville had the better defense. That's all I can tell you on that one. Baltimore, Minnesota. That was probably one of the best games of the week that week. And that game went to overtime. It almost got into a tie at a certain point. But Justin Tucker hit the game-winning field goal. Nailed it in for that. Which was a really good shootout game. Adam Thielen scored the game-winning touchdown. The game-tying touchdown to send it to overtime, which I thought at that point Minnesota had the wheels on that. But, Baltimore came in when they needed to, and they did. The LA Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. for this game, I think the Chargers needed to do what they needed to do to bounce back from that Halloween massacre against my Patriots. And they did. Pretty much. It showed up as that. So, but Philadelphia needs to regroup. Maybe need to get some supporting cast for Jalen Hurts and go from that point. I think that's the way to go for them. And the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, I gotta say, I think Green Bay has a good future in Jordan Love. But I need to tell you this right now. I don't care about you're not being vaccinated or not. That doesn't bother me. Me as a person, yes, I got vaccinated. And I'll show you. I do have a proof of it. It's in my car. I mean, I want to go get it right now. So, hold on. I apologize for the quick pause. I just had to make a point. If you can see it. My vaccination card. I got it since Memorial Day weekend. Yes. I came out, and I've been protecting my private life. I'm really one of those guys. But I had to do it just to make a point from Aaron Rodgers. Because I don't care if you're not vaccinated. It doesn't bother me if you're not. I mean, I don't really care. Anything else like that. But if you lie and said you are, I forget what the word is. But anyways, but the point is that he should, I think Aaron Rodgers out of the got COVID, didn't follow protocols. Yeah, I know the Packers are going to be facing big fines though because of Aaron Rodgers' thing, but Aaron Rodgers, I definitely think he should be suspended for all the stuff he did. But and I think he should get some fines too. But I'm not gonna lie. I understand if you're allergic to some of the stuff about the COVID vaccine stuff. That's okay. I mean, I'm not a political guy. I don't tend to be political. I don't really give a damn about politics, really. Hold on, excuse me for a minute. But the reason for me is I got vaccinated because personal reasons. Nobody made me do it. I did it on my own terms, in my own terms only. Because the reason why I did it, because I knew most of my family had COVID. You know, they got attracted by COVID-19, and I got tested negative and everything else like that. You know, et cetera, et cetera. And I had some friends, personal friends I know, that had it too, and it sucked for them too. But I did it for like a protection, not only just for myself, but my family and friends as well. But I only did it for just because I thought it was the right thing to do for me. It was my choice. I mean, the way I look at it. And I understand Aaron Rodgers' case, though. Aaron Rodgers, his choice, his body, his choice. I get that. But, you know. But I think, personally, if you lied to the media, which I think he personally did, like, for not wearing a mask and doing everything else like that, which it's cool if you don't want to wear a mask. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's not the problem. It's the problem is that you lied about the, saying you got the vaccination, saying, like Terry Bradshaw said the other day. There was no excuses about the vaccine lies. He had no excuses about that. Like he lied to everyone that he got vaccinated and everything else like that. I mean, that, I understand that it's his body, his choice. Like I keep saying, it's his body, his choice. If he doesn't want to get vaccinated, that's his choice. But, you know, but what he said, I believe it was on the Pat McAfee show, that he's been isolated, I think it was. And, like, he had the interview on that. I believe he did, but I'm going to try to find that interview right now, which I'm not going to pay the video, but if I can read the quote of it on the Pat McAfee show. So, which I'm trying to find, I don't remember exact quote he said, but it's just, the point is, I mean, I don't really care about stuff like that, you know. If you want to get vaccinated, go right ahead, your choice. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's your choice too. That's me. But I'm not going to go forcing people to do it. I mean, it's not me. I'm not going to be like that. But the point is, if you got like, you've been isolated or ventilated or whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember the word now. The exact quote he said. Immunized, I think. Yeah, he's been immunized. When you say you've been immunized, I kind of thought he got vaccinated. But after he got COVID-19 and learned that he didn't get it, if that's the truth, and like if he lied about that, if that's the truth on that, like, you know, I mean, he should get suspended for lying and for that. And the Packers should get a lot of fines for that. And Aaron Rodgers, too. I'm just saying in general as a fan, not as a person. I'm saying it as a person, not in general. I respect people's decisions, and if you disagree with me, that's okay. We can work something out about it. So, we can work each other's out. We can have our disagreements and still get along and stuff like that. I'm one of those guys who's like that. I mean, I'm no troubling guy. I mean, in fact, I'm not political at all. So, the way I'm saying it, I don't really care about politics, but the point is, if you say you immunize about COVID-19 and things like that, you should get fines and get suspended. And down the road. I'm not saying this week or the following week or whenever. I'm just saying down the road, and if all the investigations come back, which I don't know when the hell it's going to come back, or if it's going to come out, that matter. He lied to the media on that. So, he lied to everything on that. So, that's not cool. I mean, if you could have just said you were unvaccinated, fine. I would have no problems with that. But as a fan in the NFL, I'm just really disappointed that he did that. I'm always respecting Aaron Rodgers as a player. I really did. But it came to that point, like, if you lie to the fans, to the Packers, and the media, and the Packers fans, and the coaches, and the players, that's a problem for me. I mean, that's a big, big problem. And think this is now the beginning of the end for the Packers' career for Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to get dumped by the end of this coming off season. And I think the Packers are going to say, yeah, we're going to move on and just go from there. So I think that's the way I see it from Green Bay's point of view. I think the way I look at it right now, this is just the beginning of the end for Green Bay for their season. I think their playoff hopes just got shattered because of that. And all the fines, I think they're going to get struggled a little bit eventually. But I think we're going to look into the future in Jordan Love right now. I think the way that's how we're going to see it. Not sure about this week, because as of right now, Aaron Rodgers is coming back to come on Saturday. Then I think he needs to get tested again, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong on that, but I don't know the whole story. I'm not going to say something I don't really know. But it's just the fact that Aaron Rodgers lied about that. It's just not really cool, man. I mean, I'm okay that he's unvaccinated. That does not bother me. If you don't want to get vaccinated, fine. I don't give a damn. Well, I don't really care, really. I'm not a strict guy, I'm cool with everyone's personal beliefs. I can just go with it, Besides, I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're libertarian, Republican, Democrat, independent. I'm cool with everybody. I don't really care. If you're cool with me, I'll be cool with you. So, that's the way I look at it, But I'm just saying in general when it comes to, like, politics and political views and stuff, like, I'm really protected about that. I don't really have any political views and everything like that, If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. That's the way I look at it. Alright, let's just continue on. I'm sorry about that. So, alright, let me continue on. I do apologize. Arizona, San Francisco. I mean, for that game, I think that game was a game that San Francisco really needs to make a quarterback change, and I think they need to do it now. With Jimmy Garoppolo, you got to bench him for a late. Yeah, I think this is time for. I think this is the time for Jimmy Garoppolo to say we're moving on. We're moving on with Jimmy G, and have Trey Lance give a shot. I think that's the way I see it right now. For that. Well, anyways, we haven't really in the LA Rams and the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans probably a surprise one for me too. But the Rams just got out to the big loss on week 9, and they just had the big loss on the game with I think Von Miller played, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I meant to say Von Miller from the Denver Broncos. He got traded to the LA Rams. I do apologize for that mix-up. But anyways, that being said, that was the biggest surprise for the week for the Titans and Rams. I think for Tennessee, they pulled off when they needed to. And I think they could do just fine without Derrick Henry. So that's the way I look at it. And for Pittsburgh and Chicago yet, we don't know about that game yet. It doesn't really start hours from now, so we'll wait for that. And let's go from there. And before I get to my picks, I do want to apologize for my views about Aaron Rodgers' situation right now and everything else like that, If I offended you, I do apologize, but, I'm not really a guy who wants to hurt anybody. That's not really me. But it's just the fact that if people lie about that ain't cool. I mean, I get it. People lie all the time in the media and stuff like that. I mean, that's fine. really care about that. Just as long as you play the game and do it right, that's it. But if you just lie about the protocols, what you're doing, that's it, you know? Yeah, that's not cool about that. So I just want to give my apologies out now, and everything else like that, and just go from there. Like I say, I'm not a political junkie, and I'm not starting now. So you will not hear me talk about politics and stuff like that. I'm not a politician. Not me. All right, let's continue on. Let's kick things off on the Thursday night game. The Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins in this game. For this game, though, this is a big game for Baltimore. This is a must-win for Baltimore right now. And that was a big win against Minnesota last week. Now they got another win on Thursday night. It's a short week for them, a short week for Miami as well. And as of right now, the Miami Dolphins aren't playing really right now. You could just tell by the defense. I don't know what happened with that. So, and I think Baltimore in this case scenario, I like the Baltimore Ravens over the Miami Dolphins in this game at Miami because I think Baltimore wants to win more. On the line now, Baltimore's favored by 7.5 in this game. I'm going to take Baltimore minus 7.5. Over and under, it's 47. I'm going to go under 47. The Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons in this game. Dallas Cowboys are at home this week, and I think Dak is going to go step up to the plate when they need to on that home. They're going to be more comfortable playing at home and everything else like that. As for Atlanta, though, they had a good game last week, good upset win, and I think they want to keep that stretch rolling. But it's going to be a really close game. I think I'm going to have to choose one. I'm going to take Dak Prescott over Matt Ryan in this case scenario. So I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys over the Atlanta Falcons in this game. On the line, though, Dallas is favored by 9 in this game, but I'm going to take Atlanta plus 9. I think it's going to be a close game. Over and under is 52. I'm going to go over 52. The Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. This is a must-win situation for both teams. Tennessee needs to keep that playoff hopes alive. The New Orleans Saints, they want to get a wild card spot. And one or the other. Somebody has to win. I think, and it's in Tennessee, too, and it makes a really more home field advantage for Tennessee. So I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans over the New Orleans Saints in this game. On the line, though, Tennessee's favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Tennessee minus 2.5. Over and under, it's 44. I'm going to go over 44.5. And I did mention Tennessee over the New Orleans. So, guys didn't hear that. Tennessee over New Orleans. Tennessee plus minus 2.5. Over 44.5. The Cleveland Browns and my New England Patriots at New England. Now, I get it. The Patriots only had one home loss. They had one home win this year, and that was against the New York Jets. So, but this game is a must-win for my Patriots, and it's a must-win game situation for the Cleveland Browns. So, if they want to get the wild card spots, or at least made the playoff team right now, this is a big game for both of them. Both teams need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. But I hate to do this as a Patriots fan. I don't see it happening right now. So, I think I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna take the upset. I'm gonna take my Cleveland Browns. I almost said my Cleveland Browns. I was gonna say my Patriots, but I'm gonna take the Patriots. God, I have to take the Cleveland Browns over my New England Patriots in this game at New England because my Patriots, their home stretch is not the same anymore without Brady. Ever since 2019 against Dallas, they've been really downhill on that. They had their first home win of the year against the Jets, but that was just one game. But I don't really see it happening right now with that. So I'm gonna take my the Cleveland Browns over my New England Patriots at home in this game. On the line though, the Patriots are favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm gonna take the Cleveland Browns plus 2.5. I just hope the Patriots win. That's all I say. Over and under, it's 44.5. I'm going to go over 44.5. I think it's going to be a shootout. The Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets in New York. This game is a must-win for Buffalo as well to keep that division spot open. But if my results is wrong, if the Patriots win and the Buffalo Bills lose, Patriots are in first place. But anyways, I hope that happens, but I hope I'm wrong on this one too. But I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over the New York Jets in New York. On the line, though, the Bills are favored by 13 in this game. I'm going to take the Jets plus 13. Over and under, it's 48. I'm going to go under 48. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions in this game. This is a must. I don't know what the stats about the Steelers right now because they haven't played yet. But I think they're definitely going to beat up the Detroit Lions in this game. So I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Detroit Lions. On the line, though, Pittsburgh's favored by 9 in this game. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh minus 9. Over and under is 43.5. I'm going to go over 43.5. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. And Washington, this is a game that the Bucs really need to keep their playoff hopes alive. So I'm gonna take the the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Washington football team. On the line though, Tampa Bay's favored by 9 in this game. I'm gonna take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 9.5. Over under is 51.5. I'm gonna go over 51.5. The Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Now, this is a must-win situation for Carolina right now, but I don't see it happening because I think Arizona is just too good of a football team, and they just showed it against San Francisco. So I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals over the Carolina Panthers in this game. On the line, though, Arizona's favored by 10 in this game. I'm going to take Arizona minus 10. Over and under is 44.5. I'm going to go under 44.5. The LA Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings in this game in LA. It's a must-win situation for LA to keep their playoff hopes alive on the wild card. I think this is going to be one of the toughest ones we've ever seen in a long, long time. And I think this is going to see at this point. But I think the LA Chargers will win in LA at home against the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to take the LA Chargers over the Minnesota Vikings in this game. On the line, though, the LA Chargers are favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take the LA Chargers minus 2.5. Over and under, it's 52. I'm going to go over 52. The Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles in this game. Now, this is the game that Jalen Hurts needs to win. And this is the game that Denver needs to win. I think they're on a move for Denver to try to keep their playoff push going. But it's a must-win for Denver, and I think it's in Denver too. So it makes it more comfortable for Denver to go. And it's tough in Denver, I'll tell you that. But I'm going to take the Denver Broncos over the Philadelphia Eagles in this game. On the line, though, Denver is favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Denver minus 2.5. Over and under, it's 45. I'm going to go over 45. The Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. I just got report that Russell Wilson has got back from his injury. So I think he's going to be back in form. And I think he wants to be back for good right now. And I think he's going to show why he's coming back. And the way I see it right now, I'm not sure about the Aaron Rodgers situation. That's a big, big question mark on that one. I seen it with Cam Newton last year. And I might see this with Aaron Rodgers. So this is a big, big question mark on there. Remember last year, ever since Cam Newton got COVID, he didn't play really well, and it just went downhill from there. And if this is the case for Aaron Rodgers, I can see the exact same thing happening. So this is the way I see it going. So I think I'm gonna pick the upset in this one. I'm gonna take the Seattle Seahawks over the Green Bay Packers in this game. On the line though, Green Bay is favored by 5 in this game. I'm gonna take Seattle plus 5. Over and under is 49.5. I'm going to go under 49.5. The LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. No. Sorry. Sunday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Rams. This is a game. I had a coin flip on this one, but it's in. I believe this is in LA. The Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the game that I think the Chiefs want the most. I think that was a big win against Green Bay. They needed that. Yeah, it's in LA. So it's in Sunday Night Football, but it's a big, big win for them. And if they want to win out, they need to win out to keep their playoff hopes alive. And I believe their standings right now, I think they're in 3rd place, I think. But they're 5-4. They're like a half a game, I think, over the Raiders. So this is a big, big win for the Chiefs on this one. And I'm picking the upset in this one, taking the Kansas City Chiefs over the Las Vegas Raiders in this game. In Las Vegas. On the line now, Kansas City is favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take the Chiefs plus 2.5. Over and under, it's 51.5. I'm going to go under 51.5. Monday Night Football. The LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The LA Rams are they're traveling to San Francisco on Monday Night Football. They're going in for the impact. And if they don't make the change for quarterback position for San Francisco, they're not going anywhere. So I'm taking the LA Rams over the San Francisco 49ers in this game in San Francisco. On the line now, the LA Rams are favored by 4.5 in this game. I'm going to take the Rams minus 4.5. Over and under is 49. I'm going to go under 49 in this one. And by the way, I meant to tell you, for fantasy, any players from the Cincinnati Bengals, like Joe Burrow, Bengals defense, or if you got like Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears, or Danny Dimes and the New York Giants, or anyone from the Houston Texans, bench them. They won't be playing this week. So that's my picks for the week. And it's the latest bye weeks this week. So, and before I get to my shout out, I do apologize for making it personal this time around. It's just I needed to get that out. I don't really think it's cool what Aaron Rodgers did. I think he just handled it wrong. I mean, but some say he won't get suspended, and that's cool, and I'm fine with that, you know. I'm cool if people disagree with me, and it doesn't really bother me. And I don't mind criticism, you know. You got to take criticism when you're doing these stuffs like that, you know. You got to do it. But that was a little too much, you know, what Aaron Rodgers did. For me, that's a little too much, but we'll see what happens down the line if the Packers can get fined or Aaron Rodgers can get fined or maybe suspended. I don't know. We'll find out when this goes along and the investigation goes along. I'm not going to make any arguments yet until the investigation is complete and go from there. But other than that, I'm not going to go political. That's the one thing I won't do. So I'm trying to keep it fair for everybody. I respect people's opinion if they're liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, independent, or libertarian. I don't care what side party you're on. I mean, I'm cool with you either way. So, and I'm just gonna stick with that. I don't care who you guys support, who you guys don't support. I'm okay with it. You know, I respect people's opinion, and if you respect my opinion, I respect yours. So, it's the way it goes. I mean, that's the way I roll. I respect your opinion if you respect mine. So that's the way I see it, you know, on that one. I'm not really the most liberal guy or the most conservative guy or the most political guy in the world, you can say. I don't have any political views in this point. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. That's the way I go. So I do apologize for making it personal. I don't mean to make it personal. But anyways, that being said, shout outs this week. Let's see here. My good old friend from Keith Bailey. Give him a big shout out. He had a big win. His Titans had a big win against the Tennessee Titans without Derrick Henry. Give him some love too. And check out the NFL YouTube prognosticator page in the description down below right here. And until then, this is Andrew Warren saying rock out.